Hello, I am Rohan, and today I have Archana Yadav with me. She works as a researcher for Lawrence Berkeley National Labs. So let's go ahead and ask her some questions. So, Archana, would you consider your organization to be performing well or underperforming?
I think our organization, my lab, it's performing really well so far.
Okay,
It's doing
so
good in research field, so I think it's performing well.
what drove the success?
I would say our researchers and their hard work, their collaboration, and proper management in our Berkeley lab drove this success.
So, are there any specific people, process, or something else that drove the success?
I think the scientists there that work at Berkeley Lab, they are really good at their jobs, writing grant and carefully executing the research plan and the management and everything is really good. So it's really overall collaboration and everything that is good in the lab.
How would you describe your current organization's culture?
I think it's really good. I like it. They're very friendly, and you get lots and collaboration, nice people, friendly people, and all that. So I think the culture is really good.
And how would you describe your department's culture?
So far, what I said, most of it is based on my department because we get to interact with people from my department a lot. We do lunch together and we have coffee breaks and all that. And all of them, all the scientists there in my department seem to be really nice people and really fun people to work with and good collaboration and all that.
Okay, so before we move on to our next line of questioning, I think my internet is unstable, so I'm gonna turn off my video just to make it work a little better. Okay, have you ever had to hire an employee?
No, not so far, but I have helped hire undergrad students. So students from UC Berkeley, they come to our lab to do like summer internship or like a month's internship, and we have to choose some of those undergrad from pool of applicants. So I have helped with that.
Okay, so what attributes were you looking for?
The one thing that I mostly look for is to see how interested they are in the research project that we are doing. That defines if that person is going to do good in our lab.
Yeah. What about qualifications? Any GPA requirement or anything like that?
Not so much because all these students are from UC Berkeley, so they are like almost equally qualified education wise. Um, Yeah, so mostly we just look at their enthusiasm and their interest in the work. So not so much about qualifications.
Have you ever had to contribute to another department's hire?
Not yet.
Um, have you ever had to displace or fire an employee?
Not yet.
Have you ever been a decision maker in a reorganization?
um, Not so much, except that we are about to move the lab. So I'm helping a little bit, a very small bit in that process. Otherwise, like a big reorganization, no, I haven't been participated in that so far.
Okay. Already let's move on to the teamwork questions. How do you motivate a specific people on your team?
Um, I think mostly scientists in our lab, they are self-motivated doing their work. They are motivated when they get the result. From my side, I think what motivates them to work is a good collaboration and good support from our teammates. When we're doing something, some experiment, it does not work, and then someone can come up with an idea and then it works and something like that. That motivates people to move forward and to collaborate with each other. Other than that, I also listen to them, their proposals, their plans, and all that. Um, I think that also helps to motivate them.
So in summary, if I was to say what motivates your entire team, it's mainly collaborations and then help from each other teammates, kind of like that.
Yes.
Okay, I would like you to think of your best performing employee or your coworker. Do you have anyone in mind? I just want yes and
Yeah.
no. Okay. So
Yes.
what is that this employee does well to succeed?
This employee really is very good at what they do, like in the lab work, and is very helpful, helps anyone in the team, is very accessible, I would say. Yeah, like you can ask that person anything you want in lab. So I think he is really nice.
He's smart in ways of doing things, knowledgeable
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say your team's performance is maximized?
Yes, I would say that. Yes.
So it's kind of like working at its 100% capacity or something.
Yeah, I feel like it sometimes.
Okay, what about your team works well, and what about your team that does not work well? Is there anything that does not work well or something that works well about your team?
About my team, something that works well is again collaboration. It's good. We collaborate a lot. Um, so teamwork a lot. Oh, the one thing that does not work well, I can't really think of anything.
Can you think of any areas that need improvement?
Um, Not really. I can't think of anything in my mind.
Uh,
I think it's good.
all right, so it's a good team.
Mm,
Would you say
yeah.
your employees and cross-functional partners are engaged?
Cross-functional, as in other people from other labs.
Kind of, yeah. That from another departments, people from another department get involved with you guys' work or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, we do. We do talk a lot, and then that comes up with lots of collaboration, lots of teamwork. So yeah, I think we do engage a lot with other labs in our department.
So when you get engaged with people from another departments, is it mostly about like you guys research and their research, and then see if you guys can help each other research topics, something like that, or it's just outside stuff, like nothing to do with the work stuff?
I think we don't collaborate with other department a lot. It's same department but different lab. And most time it's like I'm doing a project and this is a new thing in my project that I need to do. And then I on top of my head I know that, oh, this lab is doing this same work, so let's talk to someone from that lab, and then we email them. They're like, yeah, we can help you with that, and then we collaborate. So that's how it goes within the department, sometimes outside the department, but they are like fairly similar field.
Is your team performance dependent on another function?
Another function as in other teams function.
Not really. In another function, as in you said, you do a lot of collaboration, you help each other. Is there anything else or another function that your team is dependent on?
Not nothing that I can think of now.
Already, let's move on to the ethics part of the question. Have you ever encountered an ethical problem that you had to resolve?
Not so far.
um, you didn't have to encounter any ethical problems. Sometimes things are legal but unethical. You're forced to do some stuff that is still legal, but it's not ethical on your side. So you have never encountered anything like that?
Not so far really.
Okay, like if you work in a lab, so it's possible sometimes you had to dispose of chemicals somewhere that you're not supposed to dispose of, but it's still legal.
Well, since it's a national lab, we have really strict regulations on all those things that you just said, the disposal of chemical and all that. It's really well regulated lab, so I don't think there will be any ethical problem in our lab ever, or any problem related to rules and regulations. It's very well regulated lab.
Okay, do you or your team experience ethical problems on regular basis due to the nature of the job? I know you said you
What
guys did not encounter any ethical problems, but do you remember any other teams in your universe, I mean, in your lab that might have encountered such problem?
Yeah, one ethical problem that I can think of right now is um, co-author problem during publication. It happens sometimes. If you're using other people's data, people tend to forget to include their names in their publications, and that it seems like it happens sometimes in my department, and that was I can consider that as an ethical problem. Um, yeah,
So,
what was the question?
so how would you approach that problem?
We are actually working on it. We have new rule where we list all our publications and work that or projects that we are working on, and we need to put names of every people, and everybody in this big project can see that sheet and they can tell other people that, oh, you missed my name. So it's working quite well. So it's like a solution to the problem we
So,
already solved.
technically speaking, before you guys go ahead and do the publication of your work, you make sure that everybody's name is included on the thing, on the publication.
Yeah, and also make sure that everybody knows about the publication so that they can contact us if they think their data is used and something like that.
Okay. Already, Ratna, I think I have come to the end of the interview, and thank you so much for answering my question.
Thank you.
Bye bye.